Hello everybody and welcome back to Scarlet Hollow. Today we are going to be playing through episode 2. And last episode, some crazy things happened, but we all made it out alive, so that's what matters. Alright, let's load their save. Oh, hold on. Would you like to see a recap of episode 1 before you start? Yes, please. The funeral of Pearl Lane Scarlet, your cousin's mother and your aunt, seemed like something you shouldn't ignore, even considering your own late mother's rocky relationship with this side of the family. Welcome to our family's humble estate. Unfortunately, due to the current state of the house, only a few rooms will be safely accessible during your stay. I wouldn't go wandering anywhere else if you value your limbs. The floors have been known to give out. Wait a minute. You must be... Oh my god, wait. I heard somebody at school talking about how the long-lost Scarlet heir was coming back to town in this week. You know, for the funeral. That must be them. What brings you to town? Just passing through? Staying long? I'm Kanika. That's my name. Do you have fun too? She seems flustered. Sorry, I'm not used to meeting new people. Oh my god. There was this thing. And then it emerges. An honest-to-goodness mountain lion. And there's something horribly wrong with it. But the mountain lion isn't finished. Its body's oozing from the fall. It pushes itself back to its feet, killing intent shining clear in its wide yellow eyes. And then... kaboom! Damn, nearly had the thing. Wait, a run-in? What kind of run-in? Was it supernatural? Like I said, you wouldn't believe it. Now put that damn camera away. At least it's a nice night, even if the circumstances leave something to be desired. Help yourself to jerky. And for the beer, I was planning on having both cans myself. But I suppose I can be convinced to spare one. Duke grapples with the thing as it grabs at his shotgun, pushing the barrel out of the way as it grasps for Birdie with oddly jointed limbs. While Stella stares in shocked silence, as if paused, watching as the other creatures attempt to wrestle Gretchen into the darkness, her desperate cries going unheeded. Its flesh is doughy and structureless like a loosely packed sausage. Your foot leaves an imprint in its chest and it stumbles back, clutching at the odd wound. Your aim is flawless and it strikes the creature square in its wretched face, lodging itself in its flesh. It scrambles back, its movements uncoordinated in its blindness, leaving Gretchen unharmed. Your cousin reaches for the headlights. Gregory, welcome home. The figure steps out of light, disappearing back into the darkness of the woods. From the relative safety of your cousin's uncomfortable guest bed, the events of the past evening seem like something that happened to someone else. Though you still clearly picture the terror you felt in those moments, for now you're safe and you're warm. Tuesday morning awaits. Wake up. I'm not ready to get back into this, bro. I'm scared. You open your eyes. The sun has risen, the birds are singing, and you still are alive. And for now, you are safe. Your gaze wanders across the room to the windows in the woods beyond. You wonder if the monsters are lurking there right now, just beyond the trees, ready to pounce as soon as you leave the crumbling estate. A familiar unease settles into your gut, tangling into a knot of anxiety, wriggling as the events of last night play out in your head. You can't help but remember the sight of pale faces jeering at you from the trees. Your calls echoing through the woods as you ran for your life. You're not sure if you'll ever feel okay again after what you've seen, but you can't stay in bed forever. Hunger pulls you from the clammy depths of the mattress. Let's check on the opossum. Let's see how little guy's doing. We gave him bread. You open the drawer to check in on the little opossum you met yesterday. Oh, good. He's still here. That's nice. Pet the little mans. Leave the little mans in peace. We're gonna pet the little mans. Let's get rabies. You reach in to pet the little mans. He immediately plays dead. Same shit, bro. I'd crawl back in that bed and play dead for the rest of the year if I could. Pretending like I never came to this cursed place. You leave him to his theatrics and close the drawer. Let's look out the window. You creep towards the— Who is that? Who is that? They were not here yesterday. They were not here. That was not there. That is not a statue. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. You creep towards the window, careful not to be seen by whatever might be lurking in the garden. I know what's lurking! It's this! Who is this? For a second, you thought you'd seen movement. It could have been an animal. It could have been something else. Whatever it was, it's gone now. Leave the window. Maybe you'll head out there and investigate after you've finished waking up. You know I will. But I don't like that I will. Let's poke around the closet. Great. Great! The doll didn't move during the night. That is actually great. Maybe it isn't haunted after all. Though, after everything you went through yesterday, that's hardly a consolation. Return to our room. You return back to the rest of the room. Let's get dressed and head down to the kitchen. It's time to start your day. You're back in the kitchen. Frou-Frou eyes you from her favorite spot on the counter. Excuse me, ma'am, but may I pet you? May I pet your beautiful fur? Part of you hopes that flattery might win her over. As silly as that may seem, you are, after all, talking to a cat. Frou-Frou merely flicks her tail faster. It doesn't look promising. Hey! You sure took your time getting up. It's like 8 a.m. Is that late? It's late for someone who's supposed to be at work half an hour ago. Like me. I don't want a repeat of last night. From now on, no running around in the woods after dark. It's dangerous after. You could fall down a cliff. You could get stuck in a hidden cave somewhere. You could get lost in the woods and never be found. Just because nothing happens here doesn't mean it's safe. I want you home by sunset from here on out. I tried getting home by sunset. I was just attacked by a mountain lion. Then get home before sunset. What is up with you and Stella? We just have history, that's all. I don't need to explain myself to you. Aren't you the boss? How can you be late? For your own mines. Just because I own the mines doesn't mean that I don't have responsibilities. If I'm late, or if I don't show up, then things aren't done right. I'm sorry about last night. I had no idea what was going to happen, and I didn't think I'd worry you like that. Good. Glad we're on the same page. I'm late enough as it is. I'm going to work, and I expect to see you here at sunset. Tabitha takes a few steps towards the door. Sunset! Okay, I get it. Your cousin huffily exits the kitchen. Her footsteps fade down the hall, ending in the characteristic creak, then slam of the front door as it opens and closes behind her. Once again, you are the only human in the estate. A text from Stella. Hey, hope you're holding up okay, or as good as you can with all the stuff we saw last night. I was up most of the night on cryptid forums. No real answers yet. I'm at the library now, if you want to join. I have scones. Yeah. This is exactly. Scones? Say no more. And that's that. Time to start your day. We'll have a jelly sandwich after we explore the gardens. As your eyes wander to the garden door, you shudder, remembering that brief glimpse of something you saw from your upstairs window. It was probably just a raccoon, but the uncertainty of what you saw gnaws at you, and it compels you to investigate, if only to prove that it was nothing. At the very least, you don't see anything now. I don't like how scary music's playing. Investigate further. I have no idea for safety. Survival instincts of a fly. You wander farther into the gardens, trying to pinpoint the spot where you saw that thing had been lurking. If indeed there had been a thing to begin with. That must be our window right there. Take it all in. The garden is peaceful but undeniably eerie. Here, more than anywhere else, you're surrounded by the ghost of what this place used to be. A greenhouse sits in the midst of the overwhelming greenery, unreachable from years of neglect. Its glass clouded and cracked. Statues reach out from within seas of weeds as if begging to be rescued. And most strikingly, behind a pair of rusted metal gates at the very peak of the mountain sits a graveyard. You can just make out a few of the headstones, the Scarlet name carved deep and proud into their faces. You notice what a good view someone would have of your window if they stood where you're standing right now. Check the ground for clues. We're so cooked. We are fucked. You crouch down, pushing aside the greenery to examine the soft earth. A boot print. A big boot print. And what looks like some kind of viscera? Your thoughts turn to the specter from the night before. You snap a quick photo just in case it comes in handy later. Text it to Stella, bruh. If Stella's gonna find anything, or if somebody's gonna find anything, it's gonna be Stella. Look what I found in the garden across from my window. No way that's Tabitha-sized. You head back inside. Time to figure out what to do with the rest of your day. Is this always here? This little gift basket? Let's make a jelly sandwich. One more, same as before. Sure, Stella might have scones at the library, but scones are later. Jelly sandwiches now. You quickly scrape together the ingredients and gobble up a delicious breakfast. And that's that. We're gonna head to town. Tabitha isn't here to stop you now. You head outside back to the mountain path that leads to town. Hey look, there's a mountain lion! The walk back to town is much less pleasant than today than it was yesterday, when you didn't yet know that the woods were full of monsters and strange men who know your name. You stare anxiously into the darkness between the trees, searching for any signs of movement. But the woods are still, at least for now. Continue down the path. The autumn-tinged mountains sprawling for miles in every direction now feels less like beautiful scenery and more like the walls of a cage. Your phone buzzes in your pocket. Jeez, that's creepy. All the more reason to come to the library. Look who I found at the library. Said she was up all night thinking about the video, adding you to a group text. Kanika knows about what happened? Did we show Kanika? I don't remember. Oh, Kanika's here. I'm only here because it's quieter than the store. Or was, lol. And I'm trying to figure out what animal that could be. I don't buy into this harbinger of doom stuff. Ah, I forgot Stella went to talk to Kanika about the creatures. We know what animals they are. They're ditchlings, and they are harbingers of doom. Oh, great heavens. Sounds like they're having fun. I want them scones, but I need to know what a ditchling is. Excuse me? What are ditchlings? Almost back to town. Continue down the path. It's a nice old lady. She's in her PJs. And a person shopping. You make it to town in one piece. No creatures jumped out at you. No scary men blocked your path. The sight of other people is comforting, helping you forget the things you've witnessed, as if they had happened to somebody else. Oh! Hey, you're Tabitha's cousin, right? Man, the resemblance really is uncanny. Give them an old lady voice. The name's Avery. I work over... Oh, at the diner. Oh, wait. Or are you Avery? Wait, is the old lady Avery? Or are you Avery? I think you're Avery. The name's Avery. I work over at the diner. Oh, Sybil's the old lady. And I'm Sybil. I run the tea house. I believe you met my daughter Kanika yesterday. Oh, Kanika's your daughter. And my daughter's friend Stella, for that matter. You've really been getting around. You wouldn't happen to know what's up with her, would you? She mentioned something about you in the woods last night, but she was really cagey about it. Did something happen out there? She barely even waved when she walked by. Well, if you want to know the truth, I'm a truther. Oh. And maybe insane. You tell Avery everything that happened last night. I have no idea what those things were, but it looks like they've been infecting. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Slow down. Y'all actually found something out there? Apparently so. Man, you seem way more calm about this than I'd be. Tell you what, I'm on break for the next half hour. How about you swing by the diner? Winnie can fix you some of Sybil's new blends and try to calm your nerves. It's chaga and lemon balm. It's always helped me on the bad days. And if you need to talk about what happened, I'm all ears. Anyways, it's up to you. See you around, Gregory. See you, Sybil. Take care now, Avery. Confident. Tell Avery the truth about last night. I'm surprised they didn't think I was crazy. Or maybe they did and decided to just pretend like they didn't hear what I had to say. I'd better get back to it myself. But actually, before I go, a word? Stella came by my team room last night. She told me about what you saw out in the woods, and she showed me her footage, too. I know what you two went through, and I know what you saw. Those things are real. Neither of you imagined them, and they're certainly no ordinary creatures. My grandmother called them ditchlings, and they're a terrible omen. Ditchlings. You know them, too. A sign of great suffering and destruction to come. I've told Stella and my daughter what I know, though I'm afraid that's not much. Well, to be honest, the first thing I want to ask is, there was a man on the way home last night. I don't know if this is something you'd know, but when Tabitha and I were on our way home, there was this man in the road. It was dark, but he had a miner's jacket on. He knew my name. And there was something off about him. Oh, yes, that would be Wayne, probably. He's a bit of an addled local. Addled? You don't have to worry about him. He's harmless, just very sick. But do let me know if he bothers you again, dear. What kind of destruction are we talking about here? If you'd seen just one or two, I'd say it could be a bridge collapse, a bad accident, something tragic, but not devastating. But this many multiplying like they are, I couldn't tell you. What can we do about stopping what's coming? I'm afraid I don't have any good answers to that, but Stella and Kanika are doing their best to get to the bottom of this. Aside from that, I suppose the best we can all do is stay close to our loved ones. I'd say that would mean Tabitha should try spending some time with her only living relative while she can. but I get the feeling she cares a little too much about her work to let herself leave it for that long. You could always go to her. Maybe that would bring her a little joy, even if she might be struggling to admit as much. How do you know all of this? People tell stories, and I listen. Granted, it's not every day you meet somebody who's seen a ditchling and lived to tell the tale, so I suppose I should count myself lucky to know about them at all. And you should count yourself lucky, too. Oh, that doesn't make me feel great. So they're dangerous. Are they gonna start attacking people? I mean, they kinda attacked us. I think you misunderstood me. They're not dangerous on their own. Think of them more like a flock of birds before a storm. They're neither a threat on their own nor the cause of what's to come. Merely a sight that things are not as they should be. If something bad is coming, we need to get people out of here. Leave and go where? These people's whole lives are in this town. Their homes, their histories, their families. Most of them don't have the kind of money it would take to start new somewhere else. You can try to convince them, but I think you'll find it a difficult task. Far-fetched? We just saw creatures of unexplainable origins in the woods that are apparently called ditchlings and are bad omens. And we're saying this is far-fetched? These things are gross and new. Thanks, this was helpful. Of course. I'm so sorry to cut our conversation short, but I've got things that need tending to. Stay safe, Gregory, and God bless. You probably have a bit of time before you're needed at the library. Swing by the diner, swing by the general store. Kanika's not gonna be there, so somebody new would be working. I definitely want to... Oh, we could probably pick both of these. So I want to meet the newbie. Let's swing by the general store. A young man sits at the table by the register, too preoccupied with his phone to care that you stepped in. Hi, I'm Gregory. Hi. I just got to town yesterday. I'm Miles. What you doing on your phone? I'm playing a Dragon Ball game. It's not like it's cool or anything, just killing time. Do you know how to get to the mines? Maps are free. You take a map of the town. The mines are a couple miles away. But you now have the power to visit your cousin of your own free will. If I wanted to buy chips or something, do I talk to you or... You can just have some chips if you want. It's not a big deal. Won't Kanika get mad? Well, she shouldn't have left me in charge while she's off doing whatever. If Kanika cares about me offering someone some free chips, she can hire someone else and let me live my life. We make most of our money on bulk orders anyway. A bag of chips doesn't make a difference. I'm paying for my chips. I insist. Oh, come on. I'm not trying to be nice. Can we take the chips and leave money? Like, is that an option? Oh, I thought he said, oh, come on. I'm not trying to be nice. Like, as in, I don't want the money. I don't care about your money. Hey, the back door is open. Guess I'm gonna take a chips. You grab a bag of salt and vinegar chips from a nearby shelf. It will sustain you in the coming days. Cool. You should leave town. There are monsters in the woods. You've been talking to my mom too much. Oh, are you Kanika's brother? See ya, Miles. See ya. Miles' focus turns back to his phone as you leave the general store. Are we not gonna leave money, or... Oh! I guess we stole from the grocery store. The general store. Let's swing by the diner. You head towards the diner. The diner is a little quiet, but the air is still heavy with the tantalizing smell of breakfast. Warn the patrons of the danger. Everybody, we need to leave. Everybody listen. Listen to me, please. There are monsters in the hills. If you value your lives, you'll leave this place as soon as you can. Someone had fun up in the woods with Stella last night, huh? Nobody seems to be taking you very seriously. Well, yeah, that's about what I expected. You slide into the booth across from Avery. Coffee date? Oh my god, we're on a date. Hey there, stranger. Hey. Before you can exchange words, Winnie sidles up a fresh mug of tea in hand. Heard you might need this. My condolences, by the way. You won't need to pay for anything on the menu so long as you're in the holler, right? Alright? Within reason, no golden-plated hamburgers or nothing. And the answer to 29 down is oink. What? But the clue is a pen sound. How is that sound pens make? Wait, a pen like a pig pen? Are you kidding me? How was I supposed to guess that? I don't know why you even bother with those things. They're just gonna frustrate you. Just something to do to fill the time. But maybe I should switch to Sudoku. When he leaves Avery contemplating daily newspaper puzzles, returning to her seat behind the counter. So, thanks for telling me about last night. If you want to really get into the gristle details, you can tell me. I won't judge. I guess we could chat about last night. But I actually came here because I wanted to get to know you. Oh, yeah? Alright, what do you want to know? Oh, I didn't think I'd get this far. I don't know. Is there anything to do for fun around here? Not really. Unless you like gardening, or maybe shooting cans with a BB gun. I'm more of the gardening persuasion, so I can't help you with the BB guns. Maybe Julius could, though. What do you say, old man? Feel like showing Gregory what you could do for fun out at that farmhouse? I'd rather shoot myself, kid. I'll wear him down for the end of the week, I bet. That's Julius. Nice to know. Have you lived here your whole life? Nah, I moved here from Charlotte 3 years ago now. Maybe a little more. I've lost track. Aunt Winnie offered me a place to stay and a job. And who was I to pass on that sort of generosity? To be honest, it still feels like I just moved in. Practically everyone, apart from the Cole folk, grew up in this town. So it's like I'm the perpetual new kid. Don't get me wrong. People here are plenty polite and friendly. But there's shared history I'll never be a part of. I get it. I felt out of place the whole time I've been here. You too, huh? It's not like it's terrible, right? But there's feeling, you know? Like people are looking at you longer than they should. Town of nosy assholes, if you ask. Julius, town of nosy assholes, if you ask me. The muttering came from the man in the back booth. He straightens his newspaper, hiding behind it, as if pretending he hadn't just weighed in on your conversation. This coffee date isn't going great, gang. Says the guy who was listening in on other people's conversations. Maybe you're one of those nosy assholes, huh, Julius? The man continues to hide behind his newspaper. Let's try our tea. The man in the far back corner clears his throat as you bring the cup up to your mouth. Don't mind Julius. I don't think he drinks anything other than coffee. You hesitantly take a sip of your tea. It tastes like you're drinking mold that someone tried to unsuccessfully spruce up with lemon balm. Politely put the tea down and never pick it back up. You politely put the tea back down, never intending to pick it back up, but nobody needs to know that. I probably should have warned you about the tea. Chaga does not mess around. It's supposed to be super healthy for you, and it sure tastes like it. Tell me about it. It's a challenging drink. It's a challenging drink. Do you regret moving here? I don't think I have the choice to have second thoughts. I'm not going anywhere without Aunt Winnie, and there's no way she's leaving this place. Why'd you leave Scarlet, if you don't mind me asking? Nah, it's cool. I was having some education disputes with my folks. They had thoughts on how my life was supposed to go, and I had other plans. It, wasn't great, especially since I was still stuck under their roof. When my aunt heard about it, she offered me a job and a place to stay, and the rest is history. Who's the guy in the corner? Julius Tremaine. He lives out by... Hey, don't go sharing my personal information. Not everybody who wanders into town needs to know my business. Well, there you go. That's Julius for you. Hey, buddy. Can you mind your own business? If you're stuck on a desert island and you could only eat one food forever, what would it be? Oh man. Is glass a viable answer? So I could get off the island faster. Gasped. Never seen an answer like that. Anything would be better than being stuck somewhere, alone doing the same thing forever and ever. You want to know the details? I'll give you the deets. Alright, I think I'm ready to talk about what happened last night. Oh yeah? You share everything. Glad to have someone to talk to about the horrors you've witnessed. Wow. That is some heavy stuff. No wonder Stella seemed distant. Monsters in the woods? I've never heard of anything like that around here. I mean, I know I haven't been around that long, but I feel like that's the kind of thing people would talk about. How exciting. All of this is kind of exciting, isn't it? Yeah, who knows what's gonna happen next? But it sounds like those muscles of yours have already come in handy. If shit hits the fan, I'm gonna stick with you. My coffee's out. Oh wait, that was Julius. My coffee's out. Oh no, and you've only had 5 cups today. How are you going to survive? Kidding. I'll be just a second, Julius. Well, Gregory, looks like I'd better get back to it. Hopefully you're feeling a little better. Maybe the Chagas had a chance to start working its magic. Oh, well, before I go, I'm throwing a party this weekend. Nothing fancy, just a little get-together. Avery grabs a napkin, pulling out a pen and quickly scribbling something on the thin paper before handing it to you. That's my place. Come by any time after 6 on Saturday. It's almost Halloween and it didn't seem like anybody else was going to throw one, so I stepped up to the plate. Though, if you didn't come prepared with a costume, don't worry. I'm sure I can convince the bouncer to let you in anyway. Avery slips out of the booth, giving a friendly half-wave before disappearing into the bag. I've seen a few of them things up near my place, you know? Bullets do them just fine. The man hides behind his newspaper, clearly uninterested in saying another word. You leave the diner, ready to continue your day. Let's head to the library! You enter the former town hall. It's quieter today, distinctly missing the presence of yesterday's 3 teenage girls. Oh, hey, you made it. Let's just settle in with Stella and Kanika. You head over to Stella and Kanika's table and settle in. Oh, hey, again. You look tired. I'm pretty amped up, actually. I've never done a Scooby-Doo before. I'm still amped up on adrenaline. Some creepy old guy with real estate schemes and a bad costume is at least a little more believable than a monsters and curses. All we need now is for Gretchen to start talking. Anyway, I guess we should get started. Oh! before I forget, we've gotta talk about the photo you sent me this morning. Kanika, check this out. Gregory found it in Tabby's garden this morning, right in line of sight of their room. What is that liquid around it? It looks like... I think it's the mining guy. Some creep in a bloody mining uniform scared the shit out of me and Tabitha last night. I think it's him. Sybil thought it might be some guy named Wayne. That creep who keeps coming around my mom's tea room? Yeah, that sounds like him, alright? I don't know what's going on with him, but there is something seriously wrong with that guy. That's really concerning. Let us know if you need somewhere else to stay. I wonder if there's any connection between him and what happened in the woods last night. Like what? I mean, I don't have anything specific, but we do have that whole prophecy of impending doom angle to explore, and this photo is weird. I can't stop thinking about those spotters on the ground. If he's sick, maybe it's from the creature you encountered. Hey there, strangers. Hey, Oscar. This is Grey Orkery, Tabitha's cousin. I've actually already had the pleasure. We had an excellent conversation yesterday, though I think it might have gotten a bit heavy for my daughter. Though, speaking of Rosalina, none of you have happened to see her around town with you this morning, have you? I don't want to be a helicopter dad, but she hasn't been answering my texts, and I wanted to make sure she isn't getting into trouble out there. You know the crowd she hangs around with. They're a good kid at heart. I'm sure they're just up at the old Maxwell place, doing teen stuff. I went up there plenty of times in my day, but I'll be sure to keep my eyes peeled. What's the old Maxwell place? It's this great old abandoned spot, and it's practically a magnet for young people. Even honor students aren't free from what's called. I can't believe I used to be so reckless. The floors there were like Swiss cheese. I've explored my fair share of abandoned buildings, and yeah, the floors... I can't believe I went in that building. God, that just brought up a scary memory of an abandoned building I went in. Should not have went in there. I should really have a talk with Rosalina when she gets home. I don't like the thought of teens getting up to mischief with all those ditchlings in the woods. Ditchlings? That's actually why we came here today. Have you heard of them? Apparently seeing one is supposed to mean a disaster's around the corner. Doesn't ring a bell. Dang, worth a shot. Okay. If we were, say, trying to predict a horrible disaster that might befall our town, where would you start looking? Well, they say history repeats itself, so I'd probably try and figure out what sort of disaster this region typically falls prey to. Should I be worried about something? I don't know yet. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go nap some more bugs. Behave while I'm gone, Gretchen. Oh, you don't have to worry about her, Stella. You're such a good dog, aren't you, Gretchen? Here, have a biscuit, old gal. Oh, look at that nasty little creature. I love Gretchen. Gretchen inhales the soft biscuit, drool leaking from her toothless mouth as she swallows it whole. I'm pretty sure Stella's barking up the wrong tree, Oscar. I don't think you have to worry about any horrible calamity befalling the town. But she's right about the weird stuff. There's definitely something unusual going on out in the woods. Gang, we can't not believe in the supernatural when shit like this is happening. Anything is on the table. Whatever's out there in the woods has been brutalizing the local wildlife. I don't think it's safe. I'm not trying to scare him, I just don't want Rosalina to get hurt. I'm gonna try calling Rosalina again. I'm sure she's fine, really. Rosalina's a smart kid. She knows better than to go around getting into trouble. and we'll make sure to keep our eyes peeled. Kanika, please! We cannot be taking these gambles when there's odd little creatures with, like, soggy flesh out in the woods doing horrible things. There's a mountain lion out there. I don't think they should be in the woods at all. Well, if any of you run into her, would you let her know her dad is worried? Oscar anxiously wanders off, phone in hand. Got him. Just grabbed a whole mess of local history books. Stella sets a massive pile of books onto the table and pulls up a chair. Alrighty. This is gonna be so much faster with the two of you here to help me out. Got our snacks, got our books. Let's get this research party started. Can I eat a scone? Reading awaits. I hate reading. Hot and powerful. So because we're hot and we're powerful, we can just skip out on reading. I guess that's why I hated reading growing up. I'm just kidding, gang. Let's read with them. I think it's best that we're, like, informed. I hate reading, but if I was in this situation, if reading was required, I'd be reading. Let's explore Alpachian folk monsters. A few entries catch your eye. Let's check out the Wampus cat. That kind of sounds like what we're looking for. Often linked to Cherokee legends, some cite that the Wampus cat as originating with the story of a woman who sought vengeance against a monster cat demon for driving her husband mad. She hunted it down and by wearing a bobcat mask tricked it into using its own vile magic on itself, freeing the people of their region from its evil. Others say the creature come from the story of a woman who wore the pelt of a wildcat to witness forbidden hunting rites. The hunter of her village gathered to perform the rites, and she watched in secret from underneath the cat's pelt, but was soon discovered. From her indiscretion, she was fused with the pelt and transformed into a creature that was neither human nor cat, forced to wander the wilderness alone, feared by all. Her calls are those of great sadness and serve as a warning to anyone who dares go against tradition. Tailipo, a small creature with a long tail and wide yellow eyes. There was a hunter who lived in a tiny cabin in the middle of the woods, all alone with his hunting dog. One night, after a particularly bad week of hunting, both their stomachs empty, the hunter spied something out of the corner of his eye. Some small creature had gotten into the cabin through a hole, and before he could even figure out what it was, he'd drawn his gun and fired at the thing, his hunger guiding his actions. But it was quick and ran back through its hidey hole and out of sight, leaving only its long black tail shot off by the hunter's rifle. Guess this'll have to do it, he said to his dog, threw its tail in the pot to cook his soup. He and his dog ate well that night, the tail filling them both up. The hunter crawled into bed satisfied, and his dog curled up at his feet. He woke up to the sound of long nails scrabbling across the wood. His dog was nowhere in sight, and only a rumple spot on the covers where he had been. And in the gloom, he saw two big yellow eyes staring right at him. I want my Tailipo, a high-hoarse voice croaked from the darkness. Go away, he screamed at the thing. It had stepped closer to him, still shrouded in darkness, the sound of long claws dragging across the hardwood accompanying its movements. I want my Tailipo, the creature growled again. I'll get my dog after you, the hunter squeaked, his voice catching in his throat with fear, but there was no dog to be seen. I want my Tailipo. Before the hunter could do so much as scream, the creature leapt from the darkness, long claws stretched out towards the hunter. No one is sure what the creature did to him that night, but the next morning all that remained of the hunter, his dog, and his cabin was a chimney, standing alone in the woods. I'm done here. Silas Everett Scarlet was born to Colonel Everett J. Scarlet in 1818. One of the 12 siblings, he grew up in eastern North Carolina during a tumultuous time in the state's history, and not much is known about his life before he joined the army in 1836. He quickly rose through the ranks, in part due to his father's connections, but also due to a particular ruthlessness for which he received the name Bloody Silas Scarlet. The federal government granted the now Captain Silence a tract of bounty land in exchange for his services in the Indian War, and he settled into the hills of North Carolina in 1841. That land would become Scarlet Hollow. But it started as a simple log cabin built by Silas, owned 2 hands, occupied by his family of 10, Silas, his wife, Mary Joseph Scarlet, and their 8 children. Logging businesses brought many workers and fellow landowners to the hills, but it wasn't until Silas discovered rich seams of coal running underneath the entire region that Scarlet Hollow was really put on the map. He saved what he could and bought the surrounding hillside at the great discount, cleverly hiding what he knew about the land's true value. Thus, he had all the resources to found Scarlet Hollow's now famous coal mine. You finished with this one. Names of Scarlet. History of the Scarlet Hollow coal mines. Forced into retirement at age 50 due to a war injury from his time in the Indian Wars, exacerbated by his short stint serving as a captain in the Confederacy, Silas Scarlet also lost his eldest 2 sons to that bloodiest of war, leaving his 3rd eldest son, Andrew Jackson Scarlet, to take charge of the mines. Under his leadership, the mine prospered undoubtedly in part due to the growth of the railroad industry. Managed to evade the coal union for decades, making them one of the most profitable mines in the country, Andrew Scarlet built the surrounding town into what it is today, with the expensive stone buildings, the bustling main street, and overseeing it all, the elegant Scarlet estate that was, until 1895, the largest and finest feature of architecture in the region. Accumulating in the tragic collapse of 1918, it was found that Charles Shaw, the co-manager of the mines, had loosened security measures to increase production during World War I, resulting in a fatal collapse and the death of over 160 men and boys, some as young as 10. The casualties included Andrew Jackson Scarlet's son, Theodore, his brother, Noka V. Scarlet, who had taken over for their aging father during the bustle of war, managed to pull the mine from the brink of ruin, their boy saving the town. This is how your family made its fortune. I think I'm all done. Let's check in. Alright, if we're going with what Kanika's mom told us last night, I think we can rule out any natural disasters as what brought the Jitchlings here. But not nuclear incidents. Looks like our state has a history with those. What about y'all? Find anything? Before you can respond, Pixel leaps onto the table, almost on instinct. Stella slams her book shut. Oh, hey Pixel. You might want to close your book. He loves to rip up any paper he can find. Don't worry, little guy. I didn't forget your treats. Pixel immediately goes to town on Stella's treats. Sorry if Pixel's bothering y'all. Hopefully he hasn't gobbled up any of our books. He can't stand the thought that people might pay attention to anything that isn't him. Why'd he let the paper shredder freely wander our library? Have you seen this little guy's face? How can I say no to that? Alright, let's leave Pixel be. You decide to leave Pixel be. Oh, look at him. Look at that little loaf. The cat curls up on the table, fast asleep. Alright, I better get back to shelving. Let me know if you all need anything. Oh wait, any luck with Rosalina? Have you had any luck with Rosalina? Not yet. I knew a teen would be a handful, but I did think it'd happen overnight. I'll probably head out once y'all are done here and check in on her usual haunts. So Sonella, what was that you were saying about nuclear incidents? You were talking about Goldsboro thing, right? Yeah. Apparently in the 60s, a B-52 carrying a live warhead broke up mid-air and dropped a couple of bombs. Fascinating bit of our history there. The first of the two bombs landed upright after its parachute got caught in a tree. Thankfully, it didn't go off. At the time, the government had claimed that the bomb was unarmed, but it later came out that the only thing preventing the detonation was a single electrical switch, which failed to trigger on the descent. And 60 years later, the bomb still hasn't been recovered. Right. Its conventional explosive disintegrated in midair, when most of the nuclear material was made unrecoverable by flooding. If I remember correctly, they just buried it and sealed it up. So the nuke made the ditchlings? Oh god, we're screwed. So the nuke made the ditchlings. Case closed. Looks like we got it, folks. I don't think so. Look, you never know with radiation. We actually know quite a bit. It just melts you, it doesn't make you monsters. And a 60-year-old bomb isn't going to explode on its own hundreds of miles away and kill us here. You never know. There could always be a whole undergrad society of bomb-worshipping mutants just waiting to blow it up. I've missed this. So, Silas Scarlet. Rich guy in the South. I should have known it wouldn't be pretty. Yeesh. I figured old money from the South wouldn't be great, but he, sure did some things to get where he was, huh? That book is a perfect example of why you should use multiple sources for your research instead of trusting the first thing you read on a subject. Yep. Dude was a monster. The mines made a lot of money during the Civil War, too. And you can probably guess which side of North Carolina's business owners would be working for. Sorry you're related to him. Do you think the ditchlings are here for retribution? That seems tenuous. Assuming Kanika's mom is right, they're here as an omen, not because they're gonna do something themselves. I think we know how I feel on the matter. Do you think there was a cult here? You lean in and quietly whisper to Stella and Kanika. Maybe the ditchlings were like summoned as a part of a ritual or something like that. It seems unlikely. So, about the coal mines here. Kanika visibly shudders. I get a cold sweat just thinking about being in a place like that. I feel for the guys who work up there. I could never. Speak for yourself. I love a good crevice. What happened after the mine collapsed? The book just kind of glosses over that. There was a union for a little bit, but it didn't last. There's not a whole lot written about the past centuries here. Yeah, Scarlet Hollow's mine isn't exactly the most ethically run business. I'm sure Tabby runs the mines better than Charles Shaw did. Still, hasn't let the union in though. There's a reason she and I don't talk about it. Maybe the ditchlings are here to foretell another collapse. Yeesh, that's morbid. And besides, it was all Charles Shaw's fault. The labor market is more strict now. There's no way you could get away with that kind of safety cutbacks he pulled. Writing it down on the list of potential disasters. Y'all don't actually think the mine is about to collapse, right? No, I don't think so. Phew. Had me worried there for a second. How do I tell him yes, I do? I hate to give Tabitha any credit, but the mine is safer now than it was back then. Still, what a horrible thought. I'm just throwing out ideas. I never said that was going to happen. I'm just throwing out ideas. You never know. Exactly, Stella. Exactly. Let's talk about the Appalachian, I think. Appalachian folk monsters? So, Appalachian folk monsters. Wumpus cats kind of sound like they could be a mountain lions. Voices like a woman crying out, somewhere between person-sized and cat-sized. Definitely, they're 100% mountain lions. Kanika, you're being mean. Kanika, you know there's no mountain lions up here. I thought you were supposed to be a skeptic. Oh, you weren't being mean. You were actually believing me. But the myths are old, right? Mountain lions didn't go extinct in the Appalachians that long ago. Those legends just haven't died off yet. I'm confused. Almost every cryptid can be tracked down to either a hoax or someone getting confused about a perfectly normal animal. Sometimes both. Bigfoot, for instance, started as a prank. Then folks saw bears walking around on their hind legs and got freaked out. Now here we are. You'll eat those words when I get the first clear footage of Bigfoot. If you manage that, I will print out a piece of paper that says, Bigfoot isn't real, and literally eat it. I promise. I'm holding you to it. Stella, I was literally attacked by a mountain lion yesterday. I know you don't believe in them, but this happened. And after what we saw, how can you not believe me? Holy shit, you were? So you say, but for all we know, you were attacked by a ditchling, which you mistook for a mountain lion. The fact that Duke was out there explicitly hunting a legend mountain lion couldn't have warped your memories? Why'd I even come here, bro? Why'd I even come to the library? Why'd I even come here? Stella, are you really saying that my mom's magical grub monsters are real and cougars aren't? Exactly! Sure, we have video evidence of your mom's magical grub monsters. Why won't you believe me? Because if I just believed everything I was told, I wouldn't be an actual cryptid hunter. I'd be one of those guys who show up on the Discovery Channel and say that Bigfoot built the pyramids. Don't you want to be one of those guys? Maybe. Look, I believe that you believe that a mountain lion attacked you. I'm just not convinced that's what happened. Memory's a crazy thing, Gregory. Gregory. I'd have to be skeptical no matter the source. Unless that source is my mom? Whatever. My mom used to tell me that tailpo story. I've totally forgotten about it. She told it back when I was young. I can't believe I forgot that one. It scared me so bad I didn't eat soup for years. I thought a monster might try and dig it out from my stomach if I did. I love that one. There's this old chimney in the woods that I used to think was the chimney from Tailpo. The one that was left after the thing did whatever it did. Now I know that's just because chimneys don't burn down, and wooden houses do. That doesn't mean it's not the chimney from Tailpo. I've camped out there a couple times and seen some pretty spooky stuff. Yeah. I watched that video. You saw raccoons. You're gonna get rabies one of these days chasing after wildlife like that. What can I say? I like to live on the edge. Let's move on. Do you think Wayne, the creepy guy in the miner outfit with blood on it, fits into any of this? I honestly wouldn't be shocked. There's something seriously wrong with him. Like, I can viscerally feel it in my guts. Maybe he's sick. Maybe that has something to do with what you saw in the woods. I don't know. I'd buy it. Oh, but you wouldn't buy mountain lions. Oh, look at the little guy sketched on the back. Why don't we just help look for Rosalina? If there's a missing kid in town, that's probably way more important than whatever else we're doing. Well, I never said it was more important than what we were doing. I just thought, you know, maybe we'd help find her because what we're doing is important, and if any of it's true, then she's in danger. Just to clarify, I don't think she's missing. She's just out with her friends and ignoring her poor old man. Not that I don't appreciate your concern. I don't even know where'd we look aside from the old Maxwell place. What do teens even like to do these days? You don't have to worry about checking up on her there. I'm going out there myself once I've finished shelving. Just let me know if you'd like to run into her. Just let me know if you run into her while you're out. There's an awful lot of mine-related stuff in my notes. Maybe that should be our next stop. Okay, good. We're still going to mine. We can poke around finally, eh? Find out if anyone's seen anything weird. Just to clarify, you're suggesting we go question some of the miners, right? We are not poking around unprepared in the actual mines, right? Right? Yeah, totally, 100%. I would never... We don't even have a good reason to go down there. Good. Let's keep it that way. You know how I feel about the mines. I promise. Oh, that's a nickname. I promise, Neeks. We're just going to question some of the miners. And if that questioning gives us a good reason to poke around, say, a cool abandoned coal mine, then we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. You can cross that bridge when you come to it. I'm not going underground. I'm just messing with you. We'll stick to the surface. And hey, maybe we'll look out and run into Rosalina while we're looking around. Okay, good. And hopefully we can find out what happened to Wing while we're at it. I get it. I'm the hot one, and you guys are the planners, and we all have our roles to play here. We all have our roles. You're funny. I'm glad you're on board. The only problem is Tabitha. She's not exactly going to be thrilled seeing us snoop around the mines. We could be sneaky. I'll make sure to be good lookout, and she'll never even know we were there. Look at us, going out on a caper together. I miss this. I missed it too. Though, there is something missing. Reese! Who's Reese? I really miss that dude. I can't believe how long it's been. Have you seen him lately? Nope. I've tried to plan stuff, but he's been too sick. I didn't realize it was getting so bad. That poor guy. You know, we could just pop over and surprise him. A new person? Hell yeah. Let's do it. See ya, Oscar. Let's let you know if we run into Rosalina. Thanks, guys. I'll keep you posted. Spend some time in the library on a Tuesday. Reading adventure. Oh. He lives kind of like in a mansion. Play big place. Reese' home stands at the edge of the forest wall, an isolated buffering cushion of the rest of the town from the unending wilderness. Reese, it's Stella. I brought some buddies too. Shh, not too loud. He's sleeping. Can I help you with something? The woman in the doorway stares directly into your eyes. You can practically feel her simmering irritation washing over you. Oh, this is the doctor. Hi, Dr. Kelly. We were wondering if it would be okay if Reese could come hang out with us. Nothing strenuous, we promise. I'm not going to wake him up. If he's sleeping, he probably needs it. Whatever you two have planned, it's probably beyond what he can manage right now anyway. Oh no, poor Reese. It's been so long since either of us have gotten the chance to hang out with him. I'm sure he and Gregory would get along super well too. We are kind of... I should start with an introduction. Hi, I'm Gregory. Vivian's canned? I know who you are. Okay. The way she avoids looking at you as she speaks makes you feel like you've done something wrong, even though you're pretty sure you have done nothing at all. Reese's mom turns back into the house, sighing. Also, this is his mom and the doctor. Sorry. I know that was a little rude. You just want to hang out with Reese, and he misses both of you two. He's usually feeling his best around mid-afternoon. Why don't you come over tomorrow? We can have some supper, and y'all can hang out for a bit. I don't promise that he'll be perky, but I'm sure it'll brighten his spirits to see you two again. And I suppose you can come too, Gray or Gree. That would be great. I can bring a side dish. Maybe deviled eggs? Does he still eat those? No. Eggs are a little too much for him. They don't settle well. You can leave the cooking to me. I know what he can handle. Eggs? Eggs are like a plain ingredient. Okay, I'll bring soda then? That's not... Okay, yes, fine, you can bring soda. Nothing with caffeine, ginger ale preferably. Oh, and leave that dog at home. She might cheer him up. You know, they have those therapy dogs in hospital. No dogs. Thanks so much, Dr. Kelly. We'll stop bothering you now. See you later. Dr. Kelly nods in acknowledgement and quickly shuts the door. The sound of several locks clicking into place can be heard from within. God, that woman makes me nervous. She used to be so nice when we were kids. Always had the best stickers when we had to get our shots. Maybe she's just stressed about Reese. Or maybe she's just nice to kids. Either way, I guess it's just the three of us. You gonna drive? Yeah, sorry. I don't like the thought of going up there without the van. Cool. I'll take my shortcut then. It shouldn't take long for me to get there. You're welcome to tag along, Gray or Gree. Don't worry, I won't be offended if you ride with Kanika. I'm sure you're probably sick of the woods. Either way works for me. If we ride with Kanika, it's just gonna be a simple car ride, but I feel like if we walk through the forest with Stella, we might see something. And also, I don't want Stella to die on her way to the mountain. I don't want Stella to die on the walk. Into the woods. Again, great achievement for that. I'll walk with Stella. We'll meet you there. Gretchen, please stay close by. The woods are calm and serene compared to last night, though you can't help but feel that danger lurks just beyond the trees. Hey, thanks for coming along with us. With Gretchen and me, I mean. After everything we went through last night, well... I guess it's hard not to feel a connection after going through something like that together. Oh, yeah. We picked the hot trait for a reason. I'm starting to feel like if we don't pick the hot options, we're just missing out. You know? We're just missing out. Connection? I felt something more like a spark. Don't look at me like that. Oh, yeah? I'm glad you feel the same way. See, like, I knew this would happen. The conversation comes to a dramatic halt with you, Stella and Gretchen all whirling around to face the source of the sound. Whoa, calm down, girl. It's just a bird. The same probably goes for the two of us. I guess we're a little on edge. Let's hurry to the mine. It shouldn't be much further. Kanika casually leans against her van, and you see you and Stella emerge from the woods. Hey. Y'all have a good walk? Yeah, it was great. I mean, not that you were missing out or anything. You didn't run into any of those creatures, did you? Nope. That makes sense. They're probably nocturnal. I don't know if I should feel relieved or disappointed. But we're all here. What's the plan? Look how stupid. Look how stupid Gretchen looks right now. Look at that. Look at that stupid little creature. I guess we just gotta talk to some people. I guess so. I should probably be on lookout duty. I'm a bit of a person non grata in the mines. Don't know what that means. Tabitha? Yeah. I might have tried sneaking in to talk to her a time or two too many. Gretchen makes it extra hard to be sneaky. Look at him! Look at him! We're probably less likely to get caught if only one of us is snooping around down there. I'm sure I'll fit right in with a bunch of burly coal miners. And no need to ask me. You're gonna do great. So, the plan. You know those cheesy old rom-coms where somebody wears an earpiece on their first date? Whoa. Do you have some kind of surveillance set up in the back of your van that I didn't know about? What? No. I have a pair of earbuds with a really good mic. We could just do a group call. Kanika here hands you a pair of earbuds. We can feed you questions if you get stuck, and Stella can give you a heads up if Tabitha's heading your way. Dang, I've missed doing this sort of thing with you. You're so thorough. Thanks. I do my best. Look at him! I guess we should part ways and start the call, yeah? Stella and Kanika break off, leaving you alone at the entrance to the mines. Oh, this is so cool. Your phone buzzes. Hey! Can you hear us? Try saying something. Something. Stella and Kanika chuckle on the other end of the line. Alright, cool. Nothing to do now but enter the worksite. Enter. You pass through the unlocked fence and enter the property of the Scarlet Hollow mine. I'm in. Alright, Morpheus. Who's Morpheus? Good to know. Let's start with the nearest group of miners. You approach the nearest group of miners. A blonde woman, a broad-shouldered man, and an old-timer. Their uniforms identify themselves as Harrison, Davis, and Zax. Wait, hear me out. Got a reason to be bothering us. You know anything of a guy named Wayne? Yeah, we knew him. Such a cut-up. Miss that dude. What happened to him? The miners shift for a moment, uncomfortably glancing at one another. Isn't that the guy y'all said was, he's gone. That's all that matters. What happened to him? What? You some sort of cop? I'm Tabitha's cousin. I'm here for the funeral. The miners straighten up, suddenly very serious. Sorry, I didn't know. I'm not gonna give them voices because my voice is tired now, so this will give me a nice break. Sorry, I didn't know. I thought you were maybe one of them environmentalists or... Yeah, sorry for any trouble. How can we help? Seen anything weird lately? Nope, nothing at all. Make sure to tell your cousin that, okay? Oh, no. Maybe I did the opposite, actually. Maybe letting them know you're related to Tabitha wasn't a good idea. So what do you, think of Tabitha? Miners stare at you, distrust in their eyes. Marissa chews her sandwich slowly. She works hard. She's a good boss, end of story. So I met this guy on a bus, wore a beanie and a shirt that said, I want to, yeah. Said he had some friends working up at the mines here. Does that have anything to do with what's going on in town? A lot of people wear beanies. He also talked about how he used to push joggers into the Baltimore Harbor. Does that ring any bells? None. Not a clue. Yeah, I think I remember someone like that. Y'all should get out of town. There's something seriously messed up going on. I'm not sure telling them that's a good idea. This is the best pay I've ever had. I'm not going anywhere. Your cousin put you up to this shit. I ain't about to throw away my retirement. It just started last year. If I would just up and left, I don't think anyone else would hire me. Actually, that's all. Thanks. Bye. You walk away from minors. Okay, so you live and you learn. Approach another group of miners. You stop in your tracks, a shiver running up your spine as an unfortunately familiar voice calls out to you. You shouldn't have come here. It's dangerous. Was that you in the gardens this morning? You don't have to be afraid of me. I'm the only person in this town who truly cares about your safety. Don't forget about that. Even if it's already too late to stop what's going to happen. What's gonna happen? You bitch! Before you can say another word, the figure is gone. Hey, Gregory. Are you still there? It's just been getting static from you. Well, don't mind me. Our new friend just stopped by to say hello. Whoa. I thought I saw you talking to someone down there. Are you okay? He said some really ominous shit to me. I'm the only person in this town who truly cares about your safety, that sort of thing. What the hell is that supposed to mean? Yeah, I care about your safety. This just means we're on the right track. I'm not about to back down. Yeah. Oh, so brave. Heck yeah, Gregory. We've got your back. Let's approach another group of miners. Hey there, can we help you with something? Do you all know this guy I met on a bus? He said he had some friends up here. Here we go again. Gotta tell us about this. You gotta tell us about this guy later, Gregory. Maybe. What's he like? You tell the group of miners about your encounter on the bus. I think I'd probably remember someone like that. Yeah, he's no friend of mine, that's for sure. Never met him. Don't know him. It's settled then. Your mysterious bus stranger is a ghost. Or he was lying about knowing people here. Or his friends were here for a bit and left town. Sure, those are perfectly rational explanations, but so is a bus ghost. All equally rational theories. Aren't you a ghost skeptical? How's a bus ghost a rational explanation here? That's a good question. Part of being a ghost skeptical is keeping an open mind towards all manners of potential paranormal encounters. And you know, maybe mountain lions? I got a bone to pick there, but we're gonna leave that be. Do you know a man by the name of Wayne? Wayne? Do you mean Sam Wayne? What are you asking about him for? Wait, have you seen him? He's been following me, man. It's really creepy. Oh, thank God. Everyone thought he was dead. Now hold on, creepy doesn't exactly sound like Wayne, does it? How do you know it was him? Does it matter where I got the name? I suppose not, but it'd be awfully strange for Wayne to still be in town wandering around, following some stranger and not checking in with any of his buddies. Sounds to me like somebody who got sick of work and is having a little fun playing hooky. The following, though. Okay, yeah, that does sound a little unlike him. I thought his lady friend had him under lock and key. Just smells fishy to me. Until I see him face to face, I'm not convinced whoever is calling himself Sam Wayne ain't the very reason we haven't seen hide nor hair of the man. No, there's no way. He's not. He can't be. I'm not ruling it out. If you want my theory, that girlfriend of his, he wasn't the first to catch her eye. Any one of her jilted ex-lovers could have seen them sneaking around and gotten a little hot under the collar, if you catch my meaning. Dang. Who were they talking about? The miners are silent for a moment, glancing between each other nervously as they imagine the possibilities. I told him not to get involved with her. I told him. Is Isaac a little jealous? No, I'm kidding. Who was Wayne seeing? Whoa, now, if you don't know, there's no way I'm poking that wasp nest. Forget we said anything. Yeah, I don't want to be the next on his chopping block. Come on, don't dangle something like that. Look, I just don't want to cause any trouble. Enough people are losing their jobs as it is. I've got mouths to feed. Losing their jobs, and in Sam's Wayne's case, disappearing. Okay. We've already said too much. Come on, boys. No, Isaac, come back. Should we check in? Just a heads up. Just as a heads up, the only group I still see out there is pretty close to the main office. It might still be worth talking to them, but I don't know if I can give you all that much of a warning if Tabitha comes out. I want to try and talk about to one last group of miners. Good luck. Nosy Nancy, talk to all 3 groups of miners. Going around asking questions, huh? You don't look like you're from the inspector's office. Do you 2 know about the mysterious stranger who bothered me on the bus? You tell the miners about your encounter yesterday. Never known anybody in my life. My entire life. How about you, Tate? Yep, never known a soul. This is going nowhere. Let's face it, Grey or Grey. Whoever you met on the bus is one of those loose ends you'll just have to live with for the rest of your life. What can you tell me about Sam Wayne? Oh, he got himself into trouble, didn't he? Why, you see him around? What's that young buck up to? I heard from some of the other folks in camp that he had a nasty spat with an ex. Not long after he disappeared. Huh? You mean the boss? Far as I know, that never ended. Stella audibly gasped. Yeah, I figured he'd just run off to live in that big mansion with his belle. The thought of a strapping young man like him with that sour-faced broad always left such a bad taste in my mouth. Oh my god, gross. Oh my god, gross. As if you wouldn't fall on your knees if a woman of means showed the slightest bit of interest in you. Any woman at all. Fair enough. But I suppose that begs the question, did she run off? Did she run him off? Or did some jealous son of a bitch oust him? Are you talking about Tabitha? Dang, I figured that's what they were getting at, but it's weird to hear it out loud. You good still? Yeah, I just had no idea. Why would Stella be bothered by that information, huh? What happened between you and Tabitha? Have you noticed anything strange around here lately? All kinds of weird stuff happened in these hills. What sort of weird do you mean? People getting sick? I mean, some of the older miners, sure, but I wouldn't call that unusual. Weird animal sightings? I saw a raccoon with a big old tumor last weekend. Spooked me something awful. That's nature for you, not always pretty. There are monsters in these woods. I saw them with my own 2 eyes last night. I'd steer clear if I were you. I believe it. Try not to go out there Try not to go out there myself. You never know what you're gonna find, or what's gonna find you. I knew there was something off about that raccoon. Maybe it's time for me to cash in a few sick days, head up to my cousin's place in Asheville for a spell, till some scientist can figure out what's happening out there. If that's what'll help you sleep at night, might mean you don't get it Christmas off, though. That'd be a shame. Noises from the woods? All the time, howling, screaming, all sorts of fiendish caterwauling. Probably just screech owls and bobcats, you old coot. Might be, might not be. But I heard something the other night that sent the fear of God shivering down my spine, I tell you. It's probably a ditchling important of dome. A what now? Ditchling. My grandma used to tell me stories about them, claimed she saw one once, and that's why she always had such bad luck. I guess it's not just my mom. That's all on that front? Sure. What do you think of Tabitha? The two men shift uncomfortably. Not the kindliest woman I've ever met. She runs the place all right. Tell that to all the boys she's been laying off recently. Keep going around saying that and see how long till you're one of them boys. All I have to say is, a mind that's doing well doesn't go around laying off its workers for no reason. I'm not so sure any of us are gonna have a job in a few years. Take your damn full. You're gonna be next if you keep up that kind of talk. So be it, but a man needs to speak his mind sometime. That's all, thanks for the help. My pleasure. Gray, agree, I think we have a problem. What the hell are you doing here? Oh crap, good luck. Sorry, Gray, agree. And that's our cue. Pardon us. You shouldn't be here. This place is dangerous. Why can't you just stay in the state and stop sticking your nose where it doesn't belong? And what is that ridiculous thing doing in your ear? Are you trying to record my employees? Are you trying to record me? Tabitha snatches the earbuds out of your ears and throws them to the ground. Typically phone-addictive city dwellers. Typical phone-addicted city dweller. Ugh. God. And I have a meeting in 5 minutes. I can't even drive you back. Okay, look, I don't want you wandering anywhere else. Just stay here for an hour and I can take you back to the estate as soon as my meetings wrap up. Can you please do that for me? I just want to spend some time with my favorite cousin. So you decided to snoop around and bother my workers. I don't buy it. Don't move a muscle. Don't make any more small talk. These people are supposed to be working. I'll see you in an hour after my meeting's done. Tabitha rushes off to her meeting. You stoop to the ground and pick up Kanika's earbuds. Sorry I wasn't able to give you a better warning. You good? Yeah, I'm good. You're interrupted by a sudden movement out of the corner of your eye. A girl carrying a bundle of snacks pops through a hole in the fence and disappears over the crest of the hill. Hey, I think I just saw Rosalina. Wait, really? What is she doing here? We should call Oscar. I'm not one for snitching, but if you're a parent looking for a lost kid that's hanging out in a dangerous place like the mines, maybe it's time to make a call. Let's handle that after we catch up with her. Oh, hell no. See, when you're putting me in danger like this, that's when I have problems. Seems like only her footprints, which is weird. You rush over the hill and get your bearings. The sound of active mining fades into the distance. Rosalina is nowhere to be found, but the dusty footprints towards a nearby mine. She didn't. I guess the old Maxwell place doesn't cut it as a secret hangout spot these days. But the Shaw mine? That place was shut down 100 years ago. After a collapse that killed over 100 people. And here I thought Stella was going to be the one dragging me into an abandoned coal mine. Coolio! It's been ages since I've had the chance to get some good spelunking in. True fact. Well, at least we'll have a good guide down there in case things go south. You know it. Whoa. Are you sure you want to tag along, Neeks? Gray Orkery and I can handle this on our own. Yeah, I'm sure. As much as I hate confined spaces, I'm not about to let Rosalina get hurt in there. Even if that means I have to go underground. The dog's like, oh, please help me. Stella and Kanika disappear into the mines before you follow. You briefly wonder if you should tell Tabitha you know about this. Maybe let's call her. You pull out your phone and dial your cousin. What is it? You know I'm in a meeting. A kid just stuck into the shell mine. I figured you should know. What? Are you serious? Why do these things keep happening to me? Whatever. I'll head over there as soon as I can. Just stay where you are and wait for me, alright? God, I don't even know why I'm trying to reason with you. It's not like you're going to listen. I called you as a courtesy, but I'm not going to wait around for you. Courtesy call. Call Tabitha to let her know about Rosalina, but don't wait for her. I swear to God. I'm sorry, but my mind's made up. You hang up the call. Follow Kanika and Stella into the mine. See, this is what you're supposed to do, so that you don't, die in the mines alone. Or if you go missing, people will know where your body is. You take a deep breath and follow your new friend into the mine. Your friends into the mine. The inside of the mines is warmer than you expected. The air is thick and wet. The ceiling hangs much lower than you are tall, forcing you and your companions to hunch over, your legs bent in a painful squat as you begin to navigate its maze of corridors. Oh, powerful build trait. This is a rare place where all your well-muscled frame feels like it might be more of a hindrance than a help. Oh, snap. Hey, you made it. I told you they would. For a second there, Kanika thought you were making a beeline for Tabby. I just needed a second. Sorry. Maybe I should have told them. I probably should have told them. I wish I could go back and tell them. Trust me, I get it. If we didn't just see Rosalina sneak in, you wouldn't catch me dead in here. Though maybe I shouldn't speak too soon. They might just catch all of us dead in here. Don't worry, y'all. This place hasn't had a major collapse in over 100 years. We'll be fine. Lightning never strikes twice, right? Well, what matters is that the gang's all here. We'll find Rosalina in no time. Let's press on. The deeper you progress into the mine, the heavier the air becomes. Coal dust hangs in thick clouds around you, even though this place was abandoned over a century ago. Jesus, it's cramped down here. Does anyone else's chest feel tight? Yeah, abandoned mines are always way more claustrophobic than people expect them to be. And this one's real bad. You know, because of the child miners. Or should I say, the minor miners? Stella, now is not the time to be cracking jokes. Kanika visibly shudders. Okay, I'm not superstitious, but if there's one way to make sure you get haunted, it's cracking jokes about dead children laborers while walking on their graves. What can I say? I do my best to tempt the spirits wherever I go. I actually snuck down here a few times to try and get some good footage. Part of my ghost hunting phase. Jesus, Stella. The things you do for your viewers. Did you find anything? I wish. If any place in Scarlet Hollow was actually haunted, it'd be this mine, hands down. But all I got was dust in my lungs and a couple of false alarms. Stella pauses as sound rushes over her. Oh my god, what was that? The mines are going to collapse and we're all going to die in here, aren't we? Stella sighs longingly. It's just how it sounds down here. You sound disappointed. It just brings back memories of my last foray into these depths. Every time I thought I'd finally found a spooky ghost, there'd wound up being a very unghostly explanation. Like local wildlife, for instance. Stella turns her flashlight up towards an alcove overhead. Those guys got me real good the last time I was here alone. Oh my god. There are bats down here? I'm gonna get rabies, aren't I? I'm gonna get rabies and die in a mine collapse. You holding up okay, Neeks? Yeah, sorry. I'm just a little on edge. Kanika is stopped mid-sentence by a thunderous knock echoing from deeper in the mines. Okay, what was that? That was, I have no idea what that was. Did that sound like knocking to you guys? We should hurry and find Rosalina. Yeah, agreed. The sooner we get out of this death trap, the better. Gosh, I wonder if those sounds are Tommy knockers. They're an old Cornish myth named for the knocking sounds you can sometimes hear in the mines right before a collapse. That's why I could have read about them in the book. I just thought they were useless information. I'm an idiot. Stella! Some say the knocking is a warning, while others say it's the spirits themselves bringing the mines down the mines. Not helpful. I'd love to spend some extra time poking around down here. Maybe it's got something to do with the mystery. The three of you are interrupted by a second, much less distant sound of a can being popped open. Okay, now that wasn't Tommy knockers. It came from this way. Follow me. These kids are in so much trouble. Follow Stella. You and Kanika follow Stella further into the mines. It's... He's not even running the store! Bro's head is not head-shaped. What is going on? Bugs Bunny smoking weed. I'm dead! Oh my god. You breathe a sigh of relief as the tight passageway gives way to a small cavern. A group of teens turn and stares at you with annoyance. What the hell are you all doing in here? What the hell are you doing in here, you creeps? Are you stalking us? Yeah, creeps. I just said that, Alexis. If I wanted an echo, I'd yell into the Grand Canyon. Do you want me to physically drag each and every one of you out of here? Because I will. Tell your arm candy to leave us alone, General Store Lady. Rosalina, your dad is worried sick about you. And if you ask me, he was right to worry. Why the hell would you think hanging around in an old mine would be a good idea? Is the Maxwell place not dangerous enough? No, because no one usually comes in here, duh. Everyone knows we hang out at the Maxwell place now, so we had to find a new hideout. Which you instantly found, so I guess we have to find an even more secluded place where we can just be ourselves. I can't believe your dad sent people to follow you, Rosalina. That's messed up. I think that qualifies as harassment. You're right, Becca. It is messed up. I don't need him telling me where I can be. You could at least check in so he knows you're not dead. He loves you and worries about you. He's really not asking for much. Don't you have, like, school tomorrow anyways? It's fall break. And we're not kids. Yeah, we're teens. Are those canned strawberry margaritas? Where did you even get those? The teens avoid eye contact. Miles tries to melt into the cavern wall. Oh no. I know that isn't you, Miles. It had better not be you. Yeah, whatever, it was me. What are you even doing here? Becca's right. Sounds to me like you're stalking and harassing, and that's all. You're supposed to be minding the store. It's not like anyone comes in on Tuesdays and Mondays. It's fine. Eyes dart uncomfortably around the cavern as Kanika tears into her brother. It's not fine. It's extremely not fine. Why do I always have to be the responsible one? Do you know what I would give to be as carefree as you? I left school so you would have a chance to live your life, and this is what you're doing with it? What would your dad think if he could see this? Stealing booze from the family store tick around in the abandoned mines. Dad's dead, Kanika. But if he were here, he'd be disappointed he wound up being such a bossy jerk. Who cares if we're having canned margaritas somewhere nobody's supposed to be bothering us? Can you at least do your underage drinking somewhere a little safer? Oh, and what? You're an expert on mine safety? They only abandoned this place because there wasn't enough coal left to bother digging anymore. My dad told me, and he's actually a foreman at the continuing mining facility, so he knows what he's talking about. Oh wait, I thought your dad was a charge hand. No, Alexis, he's not promoted he got promoted last month, and he says this place is totally safe and we can hang out in here anytime we want. We're all cooked. We're all cooked. Correction. Your father was a foreman at the continuous mining facility. We'll see if he even has a job tomorrow morning. What? Oh, shit. Oh, hey, Tabby. Oh my god. You did call her, didn't you? That's why it took you a minute to catch up with us. Kanika sighs. It's probably for the best that she's here. Do none of you understand what a boarded up mine entrance is supposed to mean? It means closed, condemned, not fit for human use. Oh, come on, this place is way dirty. Check it out. The teen with the beanie jumps up and slaps a strut on the ceiling. Oh. Oh, was that the knocking we were hearing earlier? Oh my god, Zane. Cut it out. You're embarrassing us. I am sorry for Zane's behavior. I don't think he realizes how extremely 8th grade it is to jump up and hit things. No offense, Rosalina. None taken. The other 8th graders are totally immature. Not like you, Rosalina. You're chill and smart too. Enough. The damage is already done. Now leave. I'm tired of people in this town dragging my cousin headlong into danger. I can't believe I actually agree with Tabitha about anything. But this is the worst place I've ever been in my entire life, and I would like to see the sun again before I die. Oh, come on, guys. Maybe it's not a big deal. We used to do dangerous things all the time. I still do dangerous things now. Who are we to tell them where they can hang out? I don't know who you think you are in this situation, Stella, but I do own this mine. It is entirely within my rights to tell you to leave, much like it is entirely within my rights to tell you to leave. Was your lifetime ban from my mind not a clear enough message for you? Hell yeah, Tabitha. Tear the sad 20-something to shreds. Hey, I'm defending you, and I'm not sad. Where'd you get that idea? Running a clickbaity YouTube channel where you run around in the woods chasing nothing is extremely sad. So, she's sad. So what? Give it a few years and you'll be sad too. The passage of time is inescapable. Look, we just wanted to give Rosalina a good time. Her home life sucks right now. Yeah, tell them about where you have to sleep, Rosalina. We've been living in the library for the past couple of weeks. Dad says we can't stay at our house. They got a hot plate and a couple of cots in one of the back rooms. It's actually a pretty sick setup. No, it isn't, Zane. Rosalina deserves better. I don't care about your home life. If you're going to do underage drinking, go do it in the woods. Just get off my property. Tabitha. Look, Rosalina, I'm sure Oscar has a good reason for all that. He's a good guy and he cares about you. He thinks our house is haunted. Oh. Wait, what? And I should care because... Because it's such a bullshit excuse. I bet he couldn't afford it anymore and is lying to you to save face. What a coward. Becca, I don't think you can, like, say that about other people's families. Isn't it like bullying or something? Shut up, Zane. Back up. He says it's haunted? I can't believe he didn't mention it to me. I could investigate. There's no ghost, Stella. It would be cooler if there was, but Becca's right. I just wish you'd be honest with me and tell me what's really going on. It's like he doesn't think I can handle it. I'm still a little kid. Ugh, you're all children, and none of you realize how good you have it. Back in the day, each and every one of you would be pulling 12-hour shifts in this exact mine. If it weren't for child labor laws, the 5 of you might have some actual character. Tabitha, you can't say that! Exactly, Rosalina's not that mature anyway. She still sleeps with stuffed animals. That doesn't mean she's not mature. I still have pork chop, you know? I rest my case. Wait, what did you say about child labor? Well, I don't think he should, like, keep you out of the loop, but I don't think running away to drink in the mines is a mature response to that situation. That's just another childish response, which means you're gonna get treated more like a child. I think Oscar should tell you the truth, but I think you should be more mature and ask him. So I'm just gonna leave it. I'm sure Oscar is doing this to protect you. From what? Even if ghosts were real, what would they even do? Yell boo in your face? Yeah, that's real scary. This totally justifies living in a dusty old library. Yo, we should, like, break in and, like, Ghostbusted or something. Zane, I need you to shut up. This guy, he doesn't even know what he talked about. Oh my god, Zane. You can't just Ghostbust if there's no ghost. Also, Rosalina lives there. She can't break into her own home. There's no ghost that you know of. I bet we could figure out how to bust it if it's actually real. And if it isn't real, well, problem solved. You know, Rosalina, you could always stay over at my house until Stella ghost busts your place. We have a finished basement with a pull-out couch. What are you talking about this like it's a thing? It's not a thing. There are no ghosts. I don't care, and I can't believe I'm wasting this much time on trying to argue with children. I'm not washing my hands of this and calling the cops. Feel free to leave before they show up. You hear that, Miles? We're leaving. I suggest the rest of you kids leave this empty mine before someone gets black lung, gets crushed by rocks, or meets one of the many terrible fates people tend to meet in abandoned mines. Kanika is interrupted by a pair of thunderous knocks. That wasn't me, I swear. Zane, you just keep relaxing, I guess. I don't even know what you're doing. Then what was it? Come on, Stella. Didn't you have a whole list of perfectly natural explanations for scary mind noses? It's a Tommy knocker for sure. I know this isn't why we came down here, but we gotta check it out. Stella! Nobody is going deeper into the mines. Nobody is staying in the mines. You're all leaving. Please listen to Tabitha before my heart gives out. It'll be fun, Neeks. It will not. Wait a second. Where'd 3 of you run off to? Are you kidding me? Unbelievable. Wow, Kanika. Maybe if you weren't still scared of the dark or whatever, you'd notice them sneaking off. I noticed them sneak off and, like, I've been zoning out the whole time we've been here. Ugh, they must have squeezed through that child-sized tunnel. Dang, I've always wondered where that goes. I've never been able to get these hips through there. Stella, stop sneaking into my mines. Please, I am literally begging you. If only all of the tunnels here were wide enough for adults, we could have already been done with this little mess. But no, there just have to be remnants of a bygone era. Didn't you just talk about how child labor was the good old days a minute ago? I was trying to get you to leave my mine. Becca's head pops out from the tunnel entrance. We are not about to let you come in here and ruin our good time. The mine is safe. I've been here like a million times. Yeah. If Becca says we're safe, then we're totally safe. Whatever. Come on. You two, I know a cool spot this way. Okay, I think I know where that tunnel rejoins the rest of mine. I'll go look for them, and I want each and every one of you to take note of the fact that I'm not doing that. If those idiots get themselves lost and die, I'm not letting their families sue me into the ground. Are those really your priorities right now? Yeah? Do you have a problem with that? I want the rest of you out of my mine. Except for you, Grey Orgry. I'm not letting you out of my sight. Yeah, sure, I can never fit into that tunnel anyway. I've crossed a barrier that I cannot, so my time here is up. Whatever, I still have to do my dailies anyway, and the service down here sucks. I will happily escort these two knuckleheads out. No, you are not about to weasel your way into this, Stella. Oh, come on, Tabby. I've been down here a ton. I can totally help out. Tabitha sighs. There's no getting rid of you, is there? Fine, I won't waste my time arguing. What's the point of going after them? They don't want to listen to us. I don't want to be stuck in an abandoned mine playing cat and mouse all night. Look, I just want to put my due diligence in case their parents try to sue me for their own negligence. If we catch up to them and they decide they want to continue to be a nuisance, then fine. They can rot down here for all I care. Inspiring. I wouldn't worry about it too much. Their teenage bravado probably starts to shrivel away in not too long. We'll be there to help them safely and calmly find the nearest exit when that happens. Don't worry, it'll be fun and safe. Fun and safe like last night? Give me a break, Stella. I am not getting in the middle of this. There is nothing to get in the middle of. It's fine. I said Stella can tag along. Alright, let's do this. Sure. My voice is actually giving out. But let's log in. Sure. Let's not linger any longer than we should, shall we? Want me to take Gretchen with me? I don't know if it'll be easier to cover more ground without her. Yeah, that's probably for the best. I don't want a repeat of last night, and who knows if we'll have to do any climbing. I'll see you on the other side, hopefully. I'll look at her holding the dog. For sure, we won't be long. Cool, can't wait to bust some ghosts tomorrow. Get the heck out of here. Kanika, Miles, and Zane head towards the entrance of the mines, leaving you. Tabitha and Stella to find the remaining teens. Alright, no dawdling. We should be able to catch up with them if we go this way. You and Stella exchange a glance as Tabitha ventures forward. Venture deeper into the mines. As the three of you move deeper into the mines, you hear echoes of conversation bounce off the boughs. But, Becca, why are we doing this again? I thought you thought Tabitha was, like, really, really cool. Why are you trying to get her all mad? We're doing this because Tabitha is really cool. She doesn't let anyone boss her around. So we can't, like, let her boss us around. Oh, you hear that, Tabby? Someone thinks you're cool. I can't believe she used to hang out with a nobody like Stella. Hey! I don't know. I think Stella's kind of cool. Her videos are really neat. Oh, come on. She doesn't even have a sponsor. What kind of YouTuber doesn't have a sponsor? Did you see her face? I mean, not yet, but I'm in talks with Meat Rice. And I make plenty from ads and donations. How does it feel to have a teen girl think you're cool, Tabitha? I feel nothing about it. The opinions of children don't interest me. I don't know, you kind of hesitated there. You're reading into things that aren't there, Stella. Just because your livelihood revolves around what people think of you doesn't mean that I care what people think of me. Congratulations on your sponsor, though. Thanks, Stella. Meat Rice, that's a big deal. They're like on every big podcast. Thank you, thank you. It feels like a really big step for the channel. I just wish Becca hadn't said all of the things she said tonight. She's just mean. It had nothing to do with you. You've seen how she treats everyone tonight. Except Tabitha, for some reason. Yeah, I guess you're right. I'm surprised you don't have thicker skin about this, Stella. You never struck me as someone who'd let other people's opinions bother you. If you did, I wouldn't have to try so hard to keep you off my property. Oh, I know you don't mean it. Agree to disagree. Oh man, I wish they were gossiping about me. I sure wish I had a free bag of chips. Gosh, I'm not so sure about that. I know they're just teens, but some of that stuff's dumb. Ooh, I got shivers from that. Another knock, closer, interrupts your thoughts, followed by another. Is it just me, or is that knocking coming from the same direction as those kids? It's not just you. Okay, that knocking is starting to freak me out. Calm down, Rosalina. It's just mind sounds. Did you guys see that? No, it's just a shadow. There's no reason to get freaked out. I saw it. Shut up! There's something down here. Stop trying to scare me. I can't believe they're making us do this. They better get grounded when this is all said and done. As much as I'd appreciate the sentiment, I hope you're wrong. If they get grounded, it means people found out about this. I hate dealing with parents. On the bright side, Gregory, if they didn't come down here, we would have missed out on this golden opportunity to get spooked. Tabitha glares at Stella. Are we sure the tunnel they went through is going to meet back up with us? Yes, I'm familiar with all the old maps of this place. There should be a central chamber not too far from here, where everything joins back up. What did they see? Tommy knockers. It's not Tommy knockers. They're probably just jumping at their own shadow. You said it yourself, Stella. As soon as they got out of our sight, their bravado would vanish into a puff of smoke. It's probably just rocks falling somewhere deep in the mine, which is also bad for obvious reasons. I'm getting closer. Just keep moving. As you progress deeper into the mine, the knocking grows more frequent. It's still distant, but it's much louder than before. The tunnel ends abruptly in front of you. A century-old ladder is the only way forward. In the darkness beyond, you can still hear the echoes of terrified teens, their panicked arguing, bouncing down the pitch-black corridor. And here we are. The tunnel they crawled through passes through to the chamber below. It shouldn't be hard to find them once we get down there. I've never been this far in. Congratulations, Stella, you got what you wanted. Tabitha crawls up to the ladder and disappears over its edge. Alright, let's do this. Stella hoists herself over the edge and begins to climb down. Follow them down into the pit. You walk to the ladder and climb down. I'm pretty sure this is the way back. Come on. Pretty sure? I thought you'd been down here before. Okay, maybe I didn't get this far in, but whatever. It doesn't matter. I definitely remember the way out. Hurry, I don't want to be down here anymore. Oh, we are so fucked, gang. Ellen, we are so fucked. I think it was this way, actually. Oh, shut up! No one ever wanted you to come with us anyway. Becca. Yep. They're close, alright. Good thing they're so damn loud. It sounds like they're really lost. The voices around you, those of the teens and your companions, sound odd, distant. Step forward. There's something in the darkness before you that's much louder, though you don't hear it. Walk towards it. You don't hear it, but you can feel it in your chest. A desperate need to perceive and be perceived. Wrap yourself in the darkness of the pit. Hey, are you alright, Grey Worker? Bear witness. What do you think you're doing? Get away from there! Your cousin drives towards you, but not before the light from your phone illuminates. Oh. Grey Orgery. Grey Orgery, are you alright? Oh, thank God you're alive. It looked like you had a seizure or something, and then you and Tabby just conked out. I'm fine. Ugh. You can barely open your eyes. You're not fine. Neither of you move a muscle. I don't want you straining yourselves while you're still recovering from whatever that was. I'm going to get you both some help. I'll be back soon, I promise. Don't die on me, alright? Why are you crying? Everything's fine. You fade back out of consciousness as your companion clambers out of the pit, intent on your rescue. You raise up in your elbows, head still swimming from the visions your surrounding is coming back into focus. Your head throbs as the knocking continues, now magnitudes more intense than ever. Through it, you once again hear the panicked voices of bickering teenagers echoing down the stone corridor. Becca! You're just gonna get us more lost? It's this way! If you're so sure, then why don't you just leave? I can't believe I let Alexis talk me into inviting you in the first place. Becca, I'm just trying to help. I said go! Okay, I will. Alexis, you don't have to go with her. You know that, right? Pick a side, Alexis. I'm sure Becca knows where we're going. She wouldn't just lie. Sorry, Rosalina. The increasingly desperate voices of the teens are drowned out by the thunderous knocking. You can practically feel the ground shake beneath you. Can almost see the walls vibrate with the intensity of the hellish sound. God, that knocking is not helping with my headache. What the hell just happened? I had some sort of vision. Did you see it too? There's got to be fumes or something down here. It's an old mine. These places are death traps. We probably just hallucinated. Are you literally gaslighting me? I said I saw it too. Stop being weird. We're leaving. Rosalina appears in the passageway to your left, out of breath and teary-eyed. I'm so sorry I snuck off like that. I just wanted Alexis to think I was cool. The entire cavern shakes with the sound of rock fall. I didn't know what the hell is up with that knocking, but that is the sound of a mine collapse. Quick, up the ladder, both of you. Wait! Becca and Alexis are still down there. You can't just leave them here. I know which way they were going. They'll listen to you this time, I promise. Do you have a death wish, little girl? This isn't a movie. The best thing we could do to help those girls right now is not to be buried alive ourselves. This is fucked up. I'm gonna go after Becca and Alexis. Okay, let's do this. Gregory, don't do this to me. They're kids, Tabitha. I'm not going to leave them down here. Are you serious? Thank you. They're back this way, hurry. Marcelina runs back the way she came. Follow her. You run after her. The mines shake with each new thunderous blow as if bits of rock and dust fall off the ceiling and scatter on the floor around you. Marcelina leads the way and Tabitha isn't far behind you. I thought you knew the way out. I thought you'd been down here a million times already. I was making it up, okay? I swear to God, Gregory, if we get stuck down here. I'm surprised you didn't run off. Don't make me change my mind. We're coming, just stay there you are. Rosalina, you came back. I didn't want to die down here. Then, let's just grab them and start running. We don't have time to talk. You reach forward and forcefully grab Beck and Alexis, silently pulling them behind you. You quickly push your way back towards the entrance, pieces of fallen rock littering the path around you. All of you start climbing. Now! Once the last teen is up, Tabitha grabs onto the ladder and starts climbing. Climb out of the pit. You follow suit and start climbing. What is this angle? This way, come on. Your cousin moves with the kind of swiftness you expect from someone who's spent their entire working life in and around coal mines. Why couldn't you just listen to someone other than yourself, Becca? I'm sorry, okay, God. Continue towards the entrance. You push forward, your burning muscles giving way to pure adrenaline. To your horror, you can see cracks forming on the walls of the tunnel. I don't want to die in here, dog. Come on, we've got to go faster. We're almost there, I can see the entrance. Your surroundings quake as the mine collapses around you. And the knocking fades as you feel safe, having arrived back at the entrance in one piece. What the fuck? What the fuck? Oh, Selena, are you okay? Clearly, she's not okay, you idiot! Shut up, Becca. It was your idea to go down there in the first place. This is your fault. Shit. Well, why did this have to happen? Okay. The knocking stopped at least. All of you stay exactly where you are. I'm going to make some calls. This really hurts. Stella and Kanika pop their heads through the mine entrance. Tabba just stormed out of there, are you? Oh my God. Rosalina, can you hear me? We're gonna get you out of here, okay? Stella's already called an ambulance. But that means the cops are gonna come. They're gonna know us drinking. They're gonna know we went there to drink, right? Becca, that doesn't matter. If my dad finds out, he'll kill me. He can't know. Becca squirms through the gap of the boards and scampers away. Don't worry about her, Rosalina. She's being an asshole. One of us should wait by the gate to make sure they can find us up here. I should check in with Tabby, see if she needs help. We're going to get you help. Everything's gonna be okay. Alright, I'll go down to the gate. Rosaline, I'm sorry, I'll be back soon. We're gonna get you out of here and you're gonna be just fine, okay? Gregory and Alexis will keep you safe until then. Am I gonna die? Rosalina, don't say things like that. No, I'll lift those boulders myself if I have to. Thanks, Gregory. Rosalina's breath comes in quick, irregular bursts. If I don't make it, tell my dad I'm sorry. I'm the one who has something to be sorry about. This is me and Becca's fault. We never should have gone down there. It's not your fault. I went down there because I wanted to. Rosalina pauses, catching her breath. Thank you, Gregory. I'm glad everyone else made it out okay. Couldn't have done it without your help. I'm just sorry I couldn't do more. If I didn't stick with Becca once we started getting lost, none of this would have happened. If I'd just been more smart or more brave, but I wasn't. And now Rosalina it's not fair. You're the nicest person I know. Rosalina, it's not fair that this would happen to you, and I'm so sorry. It's okay, Alexis. It's okay. I can't believe you're the one comforting me. Rosalina, can you hear me? Yeah, just hurts like hell. Sorry. I shouldn't be pushing you to talk. I'll just hold your hand until they come up to help, okay? Alexa grasps Rosalina's hand. Tears streak down both of their cheeks as you sit in silence together, waiting for the long, anxious moment to pass before help arrives. Some of my men are on the way with rock lifts. We'll get you out of there soon. They're over here, Earl. Jesus H. Christ, you weren't kidding about the emergency. It'll still be a bit before the ambulance. The nearest depot is over in Brevard, so it'll at least be another half hour. You heard the man. Clearly. You've heard the man. You have half hour to get her out of there. Move it. Rosalina, sweetie, I'm here. Dad, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. You don't have to be sorry. It's okay. We're all here. You can hang on, Rosalina. I know you can. Tabitha's men quickly get to work and manage to pull Rosalina out from the rubble just as the ambulance arrives. Sir, I'm afraid there's no space in the back. What do you mean? I can't ride with her? You're better off driving behind us. We're heading to Brevard, so it's quite a ways. Is she going to be okay? She's going to make it, right? Please, God. Yes, sir. I promise we're going to do everything we can to keep her stable. Her vitals are looking good. Oh, Selena, my poor baby. I'll be there as fast as I can. I promise. You won't be alone. I love you, Dad. The paramedics load Rosalina into the back of the ambulance and drive off. Oscar approaches you off to the side as the police talk to Tabitha and her men. What the hell happened in there? Oscar, I'm so sorry. It's okay. It's okay. At least nobody died. What happened, though? I have a lot of words to say about Becca, but I don't know if I should just pin it all on her. I feel like we did our best to get them out of there. It's probably just teens. It's not just teens being teens. Somebody had their goddamn leg crushed, you know? That Becca girl is a terrible influence is what happened. You can't go blaming a teenager. It was the Tommy Knocker that brought the mine down. The what? Ooh. We don't know what caused the collapse, but Miles is just as much at fault as Becca. No. This was no teenager's fault. It's a parent's job to make sure their kids don't deliberately put themselves in these situations. Rosalina was mad at me, and instead of fixing the thing that was driving her away, I just ignored it. This is my fault. This is not your fault, bro. Oscar? I'm the parent here. I'm sure she thinks I'm making things up about our house being haunted, but I've seen things I can't explain. It's only gotten worse over time. She told us about it down in the mines. For what it's worth, I believe you. No comment, but after tonight, I don't know. Once you're back from the hospital, we can check it out for you. Thanks, Stella. That means a lot. I've gotta go. Mr. Gutierrez? Is it okay if I come too? I want to be there for her. Of course, Alexis. It would be good for her to see a friendly face. The two of them head over to Oscar's car and drive off. Ditchlings. That was like a partial ditchling. That was too easy to be our ditchling problem. Yeah, I think you're right. We've still got a lot of unanswered questions too. Even more than we had this morning. And we had a lot of questions this morning. This is all still a little too magic for me. Just because two bad things have happened doesn't mean there's a pattern. Nika, please! We saw magical doughy creatures that don't exist. How is magic still off the table? Right? See, yeah, you're getting there. We're getting there. Do you think Rosalina is gonna be okay? The paramedics said she was stable. She's a tough kid. She'll be okay. There was a stone carving on the wall of that pit. It gave me some sort of vision. I saw what happened to this place. Are you sure it wasn't just autosuggestion? We talked about that mine a lot today. I don't know, Neeks. You weren't down there. Gregory and Tabby had like simultaneous seizures next to a creepy stone carving. It was like something out of a movie. Just because they passed out or had seizures doesn't mean it wasn't auto-suggesting. Nobody in this town listens, dog. There was a mountain lion, but apparently that's too off the table for crazy shit that can happen. These doughy creatures, like, we should be questioning everything right now. What happens now? What happens now is we go home. Now hold on a minute, Miss Scarlet. My voice is so worn, guys. I gotta talk in a normal voice for these two. Mind if we have a quick word with your cousin, miss, in private? Okay, fine. Just make it quick, and don't you dare try to pull anything on them. They did nothing wrong here. Ladies, I'm afraid that means you too. Don't you need to talk to us? We witnessed this too. Oh, sure, but that can wait. We know where to find y'all. I'm Sheriff Hugby, and this is Deputy Derrickson. But you can just call me Earl. Pleased to make your acquaintance. Welcome to Scarlet Hollow. Hope this little accident hasn't colored your perception of the place. Lovely place to live, if you ask me. Lovely indeed. Now, Sheriff Hugby, don't you think it's a mite odd that these teens found themselves in an old abandoned mine on this very property Gregory's family happens to own? And don't you think it's even a mite bit odder that Gregory happened to be in there with them at the time of said collapse? I'd be lying if I said it wasn't particular. Though I'm sure you're an upright citizen, Gregory, and all of this is surely an unfortunate coincidence here. Still, a good cop should ask himself these questions. I'll get to your questions, but we also need to talk about the man that's been stalking you. His name is Sam Wayne. He used to work at the mines here. That seems an awful lot like a deflection to me, wouldn't you say, Earls? This is a nice town. People don't go about stalking strangers in these parts. Are you kidding me? Do your jobs! We are doing our jobs, and our job right now is to get answers about what happened here. You're out of your depths is what I want to say. We saw some teens sneak into an abandoned mine, so we went after them. We weren't just trying to do the right thing. We were just trying to do the right thing. Of course, very noble of you. Pardon our questions, just trying to gather all the facts, you see? Just being thorough, our duty as officers of the law. Well, if there's nothing more you can tell us, I suppose we'll let you go on about your evening. But we may be in touch. Have a good one. Deputy Dirksen tips his hat to you. The two officers wander back towards the mine, Dirksen taking notes as they examine the scene. Make your way towards Stella and Kanika. I just can't believe it. I left them behind in there to get help. Is it my fault, Meeks? Stella, no, you did your best. It's not your fault. Oh, hey. Guess the cops are done with you. What, are they gonna take you in for being a present and an accident? Sorry if they gave you a hard time. Small town cops, you know. Yeah. Always blame everything on drifters. Even acts of God, I guess. Excellent. You didn't get arrested. Okay. Now, come on. Let's get you back to the estate. I'd like to get some rest before I have to deal with the fallout of everything that's happened tonight. I'll see you tomorrow, okay, Gregory? Please stop trying to get my cousin killed, Stella. Come on, let's go. I'm losing every voice. My voice hurts so bad right now. Tabitha starts walking to her car, pulling you by your arm. I'll text you when we're back. Tabitha doesn't say a word as the car cuts along the darkened road. You try to keep your eyes on the surrounding wilderness as she drives, wary of what might lurk behind the tree line. How are you holding up? Poorly, but I'd rather we didn't get into it. Sorry about today. Tabitha doesn't answer. Sorry for apologizing? Am I talking too much or... At least you called. Poor Rosalina and poor Oscar. Should have kept tighter reins on that girl. I never got into any trouble like this when I was a teen. I have Pearl Lane to thank for it. Hated it at the time, but that strictness paid off. Ugh. Why am I telling you this for? Whoa! Are we bonding? Finally getting that cousin homie? I guess. Sure. I don't really think the parents are to blame here. I beg to differ. People who aren't ready to be parents shouldn't be parents, and clearly there are some parents at fault for this who weren't ready. Take the librarian. There are tons of people more qualified to be parents who can't even conceive. And here he is having a kid at 19, and clearly letting her do just whatever the hell she wants. And look where that got her. Even if she doesn't lose that leg, she's going to carry the weight of what happened tonight for the rest of her life. It's not fair. I'm just gonna relay in silence. You pull back as Tabitha goes quiet and tightens her grip on the steering wheel. Why do you treat Stella like that? Didn't you two used to be friends? It was a different time in my life. I just wish she'd get that we're not in high school anymore. I'm a different person than whoever she thinks she knows. I'm doing terribly, by the way, in case you wanted to know. Yeah, me too. I've got to focus on the road, though. You and Kanika really don't seem to get along. She pushes my buttons. Is there some kind of history there, or... No? Now quit talking. I need to focus on the road. Let's just ride in silence. Your eyes wander back to the tree line as you and Tabitha sink back into silence. You once again cross the threshold into the estate, the musty stench of the decaying mansion greeting you with its undertones of mildew and wood rot. Well, this day was a lot more stressful than it needed to be, and I'm sure it's the precursor to a horrifically stressful week. I'm going to bed. I suggest you do the same. Thanks for calling me about those kids, by the way. It was unexpected. You could have... No, you should have waited for me. I'm too tired to argue. I'll see you in the morning. Tabitha turns and makes her way up the stairs. Her posture defeated. Turn in. You head up to your room to turn in. You collapse into Tabitha's dusty guest bed. Your head empty of thoughts after your time in the Shaw mine. You barely even notice the dust. Your phone buzzes on the table. Y'all, these are those things, right? Kanika sends a picture of a pair of ditchlings by the side of the road. I saw them again, too. Another picture, this time of them staring from a tree. What the fuck? These things are definitely not hairless monkeys or raccoons or whatever. I don't know what the hell they are. I guess there's more to them being here than the mine collapse. No way I'm sleeping tonight. You think about looking out the guest room window, but at this point you're too exhausted to leave your bed. The adrenaline from this evening is finally wearing off, replaced by a creeping exhaustion that threatens to overwhelm you. Your limbs feel heavy, your eyelids slipping down over your eyes, even as you stare at the ominous picture on your phone. If it weren't for the pit of dread balling in your stomach, you would almost feel comfortable as you settle in between the covers, your tired bones sinking into the decrepit mattress. When you close your eyes, you see Rosalina's face, twisted with pain, staring up at you with tear-streaked cheeks, trapped by the powers beyond her control, terrified of her now uncertain future would hold. Your eyes shot back open, your heart pounding as the door to your room swings open. Jesus, Frou-Frou. You scared me. Just the cat. It's always just the cat. It's nice to see another living being, even one as unfriendly as Tabitha's cat. The comfort of her presence sets your mind at ease, and you finally slip into a deep sleep. Aww. What? Going into the basement? Is that the knocker? Well, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one. I am loving this game. It is terrifying to crap, but I am having so much fun playing it, and I cannot wait to continue. So, if you'd like to watch more, you're gonna have to wait for episode 3 to come out. But until then, thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed, please consider liking and subscribing, and hopefully I'll see you again. Yeah, awesome little guy. Alright, bye-bye.